Hello, what's up? Now, I'm just doing a test run. That way, when I read, I'm not stumbling all over my words like every single live that I do. Very good. One more follow up. Oh, that's why that's down my name. I think that's like a new thing it's got too on here, honestly. Yeah. Hey, it says you have 75 experience points. Give me a second. Alright, go ahead and send I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead and put down your question. But also, honestly, I think it's just the way. It's like, no, it's literally just. To me, it seems straight on here. So what the fuck is this thing talking about? Oh. Following up from my last question, finding out my ex is panicking because of his decisions and him wanting me back. Okay. So. I know Jay, the Capricorn, knows my ex still has feelings for me, which is why she watches so much. But, there's always a but. Does Jay know that he wants me back in his social media and their relationship is a front? Well, let's see here. Let's look in a second. I think part of this, honestly, this is through the phone limit. I'm genuinely curious, like, is she not keeping up the front? Well, let's see. Okay, I think ancestors are what's happening. Honestly, I want to use this deck with it. You know, one thing I was thinking earlier, what if like she finds the channel and asks a question? Because here's the whole thing, I answer everybody's stuff or whatnot, and I'm honest with everybody. But I'm just like, what if that happens? Let's see. Here's my guys' ancestors a little protect me. So let's see. For one, does Jay know that D wants Bree back? Does Jay know this? Chrysopolis 2, 3. Because in the other reading, it's like she knows deep down she's not winning. Well, of course not. Like, eventually, like I told you, a house built on another woman's tears doesn't stand. Well, that would be crazy. Yeah, because I answer just about everybody on whatnot. Now, if I sense something is off, like if I genuinely sense something's off or whatnot, then I just kind of like refund and block because I'm like, I don't know what that's about, but I'm not going to entertain it. But let's see, does she at least know this part? Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords, Page of Cups, Eight of Cups. Honestly, I wouldn't say there is a no, although she could. This is more so of maybe like a fear or a thought of, you know, somebody that she's in love with, quote unquote, leaving her, being sneaky. Yeah, Ten of Cups, Five of Pentacles. It's like in the back of her mind, she could be abandoned, or she knows what happened to you, but with the Knight of Swords, like wondering, like, could the rug be pulled out from underneath your feet? So my Knight of Swords, 2, 3. Seven of Cups. I think there's thoughts and confusion around it, but still, does she know that D wants Bree back? Does she know this? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Does she know? 2, 3. The Hangman. That's not the Hangman, 2, 3. Three of Swords. That's a no. In a sense of she may kind of think about it or be in between. But that's like a no here. But this is also like watching and waiting. Does she think that Dee would go back to her? Positive. I'm sorry, does she think that Dee would go back to Bree? Does she? Positive for yes, negative for no. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's like a big old opportunity. It's like she may not think that he wants you back or wants to be back, but she may think that he'd go back or something like that here. Tell me more. What's up with this Ace of Pentacles, 2, 3. King of Wands. It's like there's a cold, uncertain component when it comes to him in this situation. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles and her wondering, like, is he actually happy? Like, would he? I don't think she feels that he wants you back. I think it's more so of, like, she's watching and waiting. Because maybe on her end, it's something as simple as maybe his behaviors haven't pointed towards it. But does she think that, like, he'd go back? Yes. But, I mean, that's her karma, so that's on that part. As far as the other part is concerned, give me a second. Does she know that everything that's put out there is a front? Is they aware of this? Cross out please, 2, 3. Let's see here, the Sun. So that's D. Justice. Nine of Swords. Two of Pentacles. The Lovers. That's his uncertainty towards the connection, but does she know that everything that's put out there, especially on social media, is a front? Positive for yes, negative for no. Queen of Cups. So that's definitely kind of like being emotional about it. Yeah, Five of Wands, King of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Like, this fight to put up that everything's fine here, when in reality maybe there's a lack. Yeah, High Priestess is keeping things mysterious, like making it seem like you guys are moving forward, about to take another direction, when in reality I think there's some slight anxiety about things, especially about like Dee's mindset. But that's why I get there. But I mean, I don't know what she expected. Also, I'll say this much. I was talking to my husband the other day about it because I wanted to see his point of view. I'm not gonna lie, please don't get mad. I showed him the picture of her and I was like, so here's the backstory. And he was like, okay, so here is who he cheated on her with. And he kind of, his eyes got big and he started to laugh, and then it's like he tried to hold back from laughing, and I asked him like, why do you think so? And he was like, to be perfectly honest, I have no idea. I have no idea. I was shocked when you picked up that he low key, yeah, because his life is screwed. He was like, he was like, probably just said, I mean, I get it, but have some pride. Like D.L. Huey said, have some pride. And he got what, like you said, I mean, there are certain things in this world that can happen that can make you overlook certain stuff. Because his ego's so big. I wish Shogun that came through, he does. Yeah, it's like there's times where I pick up he doesn't, and then there's times where I pick up that he does. It's weird. He probably just goes back and forth. Is probably what that is. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. He goes back and forth about it. Could be a mixture of pride and ego, maybe anger, who knows. Maybe there's times where he's just like, I don't need to go back. Other times he does. The Southern guy was horrible to him. I get it, but logically speaking, it doesn't make any sense. But hey, some things just don't make sense. Sorry, I'm shooting something. Who knows? I'm the one that got away. Exactly. But I mean, look. Like I said, if he wants to go out with a 45-year-old, let him. I'm gonna ask one more time. One more. All right, no problem. But your hubby like, yeah, he did. That's sad too, from a guy's perspective. Yeah, because I showed him like, so this is what this person looks like now, but when they got together, and he was just like, huh? Because I was like, back then I'm like, he looked pretty good. He looked handsome. Of course, like, everybody's younger. And I showed him you. He was like, okay. So, hey, I know spell work was involved. And he was immature, but dang. At this point, I'll say this much. Because I reflected back on my own past situations. I stopped chalking things up to immaturity and more towards people just being either like evil or just mean or nasty. Because immaturity can only go but so far. But still. But spell work, see for my own self. So my guys and ancestors that looked at me. Did Jay do any spell work on Dee to make her appear more attractive to him? Did she? First card please, 2, 3. Wheel of Fortune, so that does talk about like some sort of change. 3 of Swords. Okay. 2 of Wands. Excuse me, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. And King of Swords. I'm getting positive cards again. Did she do any sort of spell work on him to make herself appear more attractive? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The Star, that's a yes. Because the Star does talk about being idolized, being a very attractive person, somebody that's popular. Wheel of Fortune would definitely go towards change, so being seen as somebody that is attractive, very valuable to have around here, because maybe she was hurt about her looks, especially about him having a wandering eye and not investing so much in her. To my King of Swords, 2, 3. The Hangman, yeah, and that would make sense because let's see here. King of Swords is somebody that is very logical. That's somebody that's in their right mind. And then you have here the Hangman. So the Hangman talks about perspective. So it's quite possible, like, instead of somebody being kind of like, you know, cold and mean and to the point, this is somebody being neutral. Talk about 2 of Wands, 2, 3. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords here, 2, 3. Maybe to like secure, or not secure, but to conceal certain things. Yep, she's very insecure. I mean, it's like this. I mean, there are glamour spells. I've done some for people. Oh, why not? But it wasn't because they wanted to look beautiful for somebody else. It was just more so for them. As well as I was just testing stuff out to see like, okay, like the results and whatnot. Let's see here. Did Jade do an actual spell? Possible card for yes, negative card for no. The Emperor. Tell me about the Emperor here. 2, 3. 9 of Wands. Maybe not. Again, did she do an actual spell? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. No. Then what is it that she did to make herself seem more attractive? Because I see it, whatever it was, kind of worked to a certain extent. What is it that she did? 2, 3. That's the Devil. 8 of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. What is it that she did? So the Devil in this case, this would talk about what you fear. 8 of Swords is being like anxious, and then 5 of Pentacles, some of the Devil, 2, 3. I wonder if this is like guilt trips. Oh, I see here. And then the Empress. She may have dressed and acted in a certain way where somebody well, her attitude matched what she looked like, or what she should look like in her eyes. She did something. And I'm not going to be mean and be like, yeah, I can see why she's insecure, but anyways. Go ahead, with any questions? That's crazy, Temptation. So does she know it's wearing off? It probably already did by now. I really feel like it's on it. Or whatnot. Because here's the whole thing, right? So from what I understand, and it's honestly true, spell work, like spells, doing a spell on somebody or whatever situation is like a person having a cold. You have to wait for it to run its course. Now, depending on who casted it or how experienced you are, as well as if you are gifted in that area, it can definitely be stronger, last longer, or whatnot, or at least like, again, like be more potent. As well as that's why some people they go to other practitioners. Now, here's the whole thing: just because something is casted on you or towards you does not necessarily mean that it will affect you. And magic is also like something in comparison to antibiotics, right? Um, Antibiotics is something that should only be taken when you are sick and when it requires it to be taken. Because if you take it when you don't really need to, or you're on it for a really long time, your body builds up an immunity towards it, and therefore they'll have to place you on something stronger or figure out something else. So at some point it wears off, and not to mention you have a person's free will, as well as the other thing here too is this: their relationship technically should not be because of what happened. So something like that lasting for a very long time, I highly doubt. I feel Jade the Capricorn's energy around me. What did her reader tell her? I don't know if it's her energy or if she's looking into it, but I'm just curious. Well, let's see here. Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Did Jade recently get a reading on Bree? Did she? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Ace of Swords, so that's gaining some sort of clarity or information. So perhaps, and then you have here the Empress. So let's see here. Well, first let's see what did Jay's reader tell her about Bree? Like what information was passed down to Bree? Let's see if I can get into it, because some people you can't. But let's see if I can. That makes sense. It's like a cold. Yeah, like for example, one of my friends, um, in a situation similar to hers, I mean to yours, she was with some guy for some time, and then eventually, what was it? I think this girl, honestly, she probably did spell work on him. I think that's how the story goes. And then he broke up with her, and this woman has gotten other people to do spell work on him and then her. And she asked me, like, is it wearing off or whatever else? And I'm just like, I don't even think it's affecting him. I don't think anything's affecting him. I think the only thing that's making him stay, honestly, is just him. But let's see here. What did her reader tell her? Six of Cups. So this is the past. The Emperor. That you still have very strong feelings when it comes towards the past here. The Star and Queen of Swords. And that, let's see here. It's about Queen of Swords, 2, 3. It's a lot of air energy. Knight of Swords. Talking about the Star, 2, 3. King of Cups. She also may have said here, the Star, King of Cups, that you believe that the situation may alleviate somehow when it comes to this woman. As well as Queen of Swords and Knight of Swords here. It's like you try to be graceful, but you really want to come after this person here. What else did Jay's reader tell her? Persephone, 2, 3. The World. The Lovers. 8 of Wands. Honestly, in terms of their relationship, things are going to move forward in a certain way. The Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Wands. But that you kind of like believe something will still happen. And the Moon. And that maybe like you have, like you feel some sort of like anxiety towards her. Like you feel like she's unstable or whatnot. But let's see here. King of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. And either this, like, either the reader could have shared that maybe you feel like you have the upper hand in this situation because you feel like D may still have some sort of romantic connection towards you or emotional connection or whatnot, or that you think that, I mean, she did call out like D as seeing like he's stable, but you felt like there was something like wrong with D. So honestly, what we talked about and what I do see, like, yes, this situation does bother you. You do have something against this person, understandably so. You do want something to happen, and you do think that something is going to happen, of course. And I even said it myself that, yeah, their connection is going to move forward towards a certain point or whatnot. So, let's see, yeah, Nine of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Devil. Also, that you're thinking about like whether or not to really let this go, because the situation has caused you a lot of anxiety here, and has definitely been in your like definitely has like been um on your mind. I just want to say something to her. Yeah, I mean, so basically, I think she's told her what I told you, or what you feel and believe. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Like, you're kind of like holding on to this situation, wanting to fight, but kind of like trying to balance yourself out and just wait for things to happen. But I mean, that's okay. That type of thing here. Now, what's Jay's energy towards Bree? What's her energy towards Bree? Stop, please, two. In three first, tell me, what's Jay's energy towards Bree? Stop, please, two, three. Four of Wands. The Emperor. Nine of Wands. Well, now she's defensive towards you. It's like with the Four of Wands and the Emperor card, like, this is her connection to D. Six of Cups, Page of Wands. She still feels like, in a sense, that like you're being immature and kind of obnoxious when it comes to the past. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. But her whole thing is, well, you know, I've got this person and we're gonna move on and, you know, build happy lives together. Three of Pentacles and the Empress, and they're like, yeah, he's with me. But with the Three of Pentacles here, this guy kind of looks tired, but mind you, usually in the traditional tarot, Three of Pentacles is teamwork. So you see more than one person, usually like three people here. But it really depends on the depiction of it. And so this one is almost like he's doing some work, kind of tired, a little bit exhausted. So that's what I get there. What's your last one? So, yeah. But I don't think the reader told her anything different than what I've told you. But believe it or not, depending on how good of a reader you are, you can tell if a person's lying or if they're prideful, or even their demeanor when they talk to you. Like, what was it, a couple of years ago, especially when I began doing lives and stuff like that, there was a woman, she was like, how does this person feel towards me? And from the cards, I could tell that either she was lying or she believed her lies. It's funny, she never acknowledges what she did. Yeah. It's like this. There's some things in my past. Like, it's not like I meant to purposefully do them, but it happened anyway. And I look back and I'm like, okay, I can see how I hurt this person. I can see how they feel wrong, even though that was never my intention and I wasn't trying to do so and I wasn't in the right state of mind. I still understand how I hurt this person. I grew up and I was able to say that. But the thing is, what she did, because the thing is, that honestly, they had probably been going at it for a longer time than you think. And she's got to admit to that. It's I don't know why people don't think readers don't pick up on that, because a lot of times some readers don't really put it out there. Because here's the whole thing, right? It's like this: we charge for our services and stuff, and for some of us this is our only source of income. Either that, or it's just our whole thing is like very transactional. I will tell you what you need to hear, what not, what you don't need to hear, what not. Now, whether or not you, and some people are like, now, whether or not you want to come here and lie, whatever else, but either way, this will definitely put things out there regardless of your mindset. And that's honestly just a lot of readers' mindsets, even mine. But the thing is, I'll ask questions at least. Um, but my whole thing is this: I give you the respect and I'm neutral, but at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. Even though she has a smug energy now, I'm glad you've seen justice for me in the future, of course. Because she's not going to be so smug if he steps out and the connection or things end, now is she? But still, no, some readers, some don't necessarily like, how do I say this? Depending on the energy, and their comfort level. Either they don't say anything because either it's kind of like confusing, or they just kind of like keep it to themselves because they're not trying to upset their client. Maybe they want that person to come back. Who knows? And then the other thing here is too is a lot of people just don't know how tarot works. It picks straight up off of energy. That's why a person could be like, oh well, they said they love me. Okay, well that was just words, unfortunately in this case, right? So I mean, hey. Woo. But yeah. But what's your last one? Even though she has a smug energy, how does she feel about me now? I wanted to go deeper because did someone say, did someone did say she's feeling defeated because she feels D has pulled her energy away? Yeah, and I've seen that a bit too. But honestly, I thought that was something that was eventually to come, not anything that was happening currently. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're wrong. That's just how I interpret it. But let's see here. I can go towards it deeper. But is that gonna be your second one? Like you just wanted like a deeper dive, or you just wanted me to continue? I just don't like when females do stuff like this and don't acknowledge it or care until it happens to her. Yeah. Or I'll say this much: there was a situation that happened like years ago. What was that? I was like 20. Mind you, I did not mean for it to happen that way. I wasn't trying to get with this person. Basically, we had all went to this is my second. Okay, but basically we had all went to this hookah lounge for this girl's birthday or whatnot, and she brought this guy, and she wasn't really with him. Like they didn't have a relationship going on. It was a potential situationship. And around that time, I was not in my right mind. And I'm not saying that as an excuse. I'm saying that just to kind of like give you an understanding of why my actions came out a certain way. Um, but in my mindset, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to be a dog since these other dudes wanted to be like that, right? Somebody throws me a bone, or I'm going to be a dog. If somebody throws me a bone, I might just put it in my mouth. Who knows, right? Well, here's how it also was, because it's not like I was like trying to purposefully go after anybody's dude. My whole thing was I was like a very friendly person. So in group settings where, I'm sorry, but like in group settings where we're all talking, you have that one person that's just not talking. I'm gonna go up there and talk to them and make them feel welcome. It's not me trying to be flirtatious or trying to get attention. That's just me taking the initiative, right? And how one of the other girls in the group took it as they're like, oh, you're trying to talk to the man? So I'm like, no, I'm just trying to make them feel welcome. That was genuinely me, right? And this person tried to give me their number. And I was like, no, aren't you talking to so and so? They're like, no, we're just friends. I'm like, And I was very back and forth, very back and forth, very back and forth. And I told him, like, look, he kind of like gave me his number. I'm like, eh. And I think, what was it? I think my mistake, I texted it. And then he was like, oh, yada, 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 whatever else. And then the next day, what was it? I came back to my senses. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to entertain this. Well, whatnot, right? But, and the other girls got mad, even though, like, one of them, they're just like, you know what? It's okay. Just, like, you know, you can go ahead and do whatever. And then the exact same one, what was it? My other friend, she was like, oh, she's mad at you. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, this happened. I'm like, she legit said I could. And they're like, well, now she's upset. I'm just like, what? And I'm like, I'm not even trying to. And the thing is this. After I kind of came to my senses, I was like, you know what? No. And they almost kind of did something. And from what I understand, I'm like, you don't share. Right? So I let that go, but had a falling out, and I'm just like, eventually I was just like, I could see where I was wrong on my part, even though I wasn't trying to do anything. And then years later, I kind of go onto their Facebooks and I see that they're no longer friends. So I asked my reader, I'm like, why are they no longer friends? Basically, they fell out over the same dude. And mind you, as far as the girl was concerned, I was originally hanging with him. What was it? They met at work, and she had been crushing on him before he had broke up with whomever he was with. And so I kind of did cards myself, and it's possible that they were talking while he was in a relationship and while she knew. So I was just like, so we were all just a bunch of dumbass 20-something-year-olds or 20-year-olds. I'm like, that's so nice. But me, as like somebody that's almost 30, I'm just like, I acknowledge my faults in that and where that might have hurt something, not might have, but hurt somebody. But I also feel like we were all stupid in that situation. But that's just me being an open book about that or whatnot. But what Jay did was entirely different. Anyways. But no, that's me being open book about that. Anyways. Let's see. I know I gotta let it go and let it play out. I feel like it's been so long wondering about that. I'm wondering. I mean, you're not wrong for holding on to it. In my case, in my opinion, because what she did was extreme, or what happened to you was like extremely hurtful. What they did was hurtful, and it was very traumatic. Like you went out for somebody for years and whatever else. Dragonette, your stories be crazy. Well, maybe so, but still. Well, what do you think? Because honestly, I could see where I was wrong. Because again, that was never I was never trying to get with this person. I was not. And if anything, I feel like the guy kind of took advantage of the situation. Like, what was it? This all happened at a hookah lounge that we had down here called Habibi's. That eventually they turned into a parking lot because the shit went away during COVID, right? Where everything shut down. Excuse me. But what was it? We were all sitting up against the speaker, and when I was talking to the dude, what was it? We couldn't hear each other, so I gave him my phone, and I just went to the notes app. I didn't be like, oh, hey, give me your number. No, I just went to my notes app where we could just talk back and forth, just to hear each other. That was that. And my other fault was this. So I'm somebody, you already know, I don't have a filter, but back then I really did not have a filter. And I would say anything that came to mind. Not to like be like nasty or facetious, but that was just me. And I said something that I think he interpreted as, oh, she wants me to do this. Like, no, I don't want you to do anything. I'm just putting this out there because when I get comfortable with people, I get very comfortable when I say whatever else, but I do read the room. And that was my other fuck up looking back. I'm just like, you were way too open and got way too comfortable, even though, again, you weren't trying to. Or whatnot, right? So there was that, but from the readings that I had gotten on that one, no, they fell out because they had like the same dude, and they decided that it would be best to split. And my reader, she was like, that's crazy. She was like, first they're getting upset at you, and now they've turned towards each other. And the other thing that I've learned too is that maybe there was like some slight jealousy or envy, not like in a nasty sense, but it was like they saw how oblivious I was when it came to men being very attracted to me. And they thought like, oh, she would go after our men. But now today, I'm like, I look back, I'm like, I can see where I was stupid. I honestly feel like we were all stupid in one way or another when it came to that entire situation and whatnot. But yeah. But was I purposefully trying to get with this dude? No, not really. Not really, no. I was just being friendly, and yeah, she got fruity in the loops. No, but in my case, Jay was nasty then, she's nasty now. I really don't like when a female will do something like this and be like, oh, well, the other people should just get over it. Like, we weren't talking about marriage before he did that. Well, and yeah, because in that case, she was being Yeah. And then also, what was it? One of the girls in this situation, I looked on her Facebook. Now she's married to somebody else. And then the other one is still single. Or that's at least how her shit seems or whatnot. Now, if she actually like has something going on, I would have no idea. Part of me would like to apologize, but the other part of me, I'm just like, I'm gonna stay away because I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. But do I feel remorse? Yes. Do I realize my fault in this situation? Yes. My only thing is, my story has not changed when I've talked about this to other people. But anyways, my other reader also said that even if she continues to pressure him into marrying her, she said it won't last a couple of my readers said that. Uh-huh. But let's see here. Even though she has a smug, I wanted to go deeper. How does she feel? Alright. Like the girl, like his girl literally still watches me till this day and try to keep up with my content and still tries to copy you. Yeah, she was. But I'll ask you, since you're telling me, what do you think about the entire situation, about what I said, about everything? Because I'm just like, because I mean it. I'm so serious when I mean it. I was never trying to get with this dude, ever. Like, ever. I was just trying to be nice, and it turned into something else that I wasn't trying to turn it into. Even when, like, he tried to, like, give me his number, I was just like, dude, no, like, aren't you with her or something like that? Like, I'm just being friendly over here. That's all. Supposedly, I'm not sure though. When it came to the marriage, let's see here. My guys' ancestors, give me more into it's like in depth in terms like how Jay feels towards Bree. Tell me more, please. This is smug energy. How does she feel about me? Like, tell me more, especially like when it comes to this girl feeling defeated towards her. For something 2, 3. It's a Pisces thing. Well, here's the other thing too. People think we're flirting with them even when we're just talking. Perhaps so. But here's the other thing too, right? Like around the time I had, and this is before I stopped talking to them, one of my sisters and one of my nieces, and I had told them about that, and they're like, well, you don't owe her no loyalty. And looking back, I'm just like, no, because wrong is wrong. Like, but where I feel like I screwed up at, what was it? Here's what I said. I was just like, at this point, I'm just trying to get ate out. Mind you, again, I was somebody, I had no filter. And if you asked any of my friends or my coworkers back then, they would have told you that I blurted out anything. It was not a bat signal to anybody. It was literally me. I could literally yell out something like, my asshole is busted open. I would literally say shit like that. My whole thing was this too, as far as my mindset was back then. What was it? Another person I had dated, he had just ghosted out of nowhere. And then to top that off, when we're at this place, I see the other ex, the one that I showed you, right? At that point, I was just like, oh God. So I had made up in my mind, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna just be a fucking dog. If somebody throws me a bone, shit, I'll go after it. But was I trying to go after him? No. And honestly, the dude himself, he wasn't ugly, but like, he looks like one of those dudes, like he's just short and he looks like he should definitely be taller. And if I'm not mistaken, he has a younger brother that's definitely taller. Like, his younger brother should have taken his height and he should have switched. And then what was it? If he's a dog, I'm a dog too. But yeah, but no, I can't talk. But no, I acknowledge my faults in that situation. I feel like they also had a fault too, because the thing is, you're telling me on one end, like, okay, well, you know, just be careful with him as a kid, and the next day or next thing you know, like, all of a sudden now you're upset. And then my other friend, the girl that the other one, it's like mutual friends. That's one with a guy, and then the other girl was somebody that I've been friends with for like since 4th grade. And at first, like, she seemed like so excited, like, did she get his number? Did she get his number? Just like she had seemed so excited that I got ghosted by my ex, right? Like, oh well, she's mad. This, that, third, and the fourth. I'm just like, oh god. Honestly, it was a situation that should not have happened. Do I feel bad about certain things? Yes, but I'm not gonna like let it control my life either. I'm just like, when I think about it, I'm just like, that was a mistake. Like a genuine mistake still, but anyways, as far as like a deeper look, and if Jay really knows she's in the right, then she would try to hide, wouldn't try to hide what she got with him. Eh, yeah, you never know. Well, let's see here how she feels towards you, and then the whole defeated. Two of Pentacles is here. That is Capricorn energy. Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. At least to acknowledge it, yeah. But then to come to find out that they fell out over the same dude, and now their attentions turn towards each other, and I'm just like, so the entire thing was just stupid. We were literally all like, what, 20, 21? And I'm just like, if they were gonna fall out to begin with, then what? And from what my reader had picked up too, she had picked up that these girls, they thought like, what was it, that like he was their person or something like that. But honestly, it's like he definitely does not look like a prize. He looks like somebody that you fuck on once or as a placeholder and then move on. Let's see, your Ten of Wands here. Three of Pentacles. High Priestess. And the Moon. So as far as like how she feels towards you and the whole defeat, here's what I get. It's like there's times where she kind of like goes back and forth about the situation, because it's like that she's put in a lot of effort towards building up with him, as well as with the Ace of Pentacles. Like, they are stable as a couple. However, it's also that type of thing here too, of like how she got there. Like, in the back of her mind, there's the whole thing of like, I really hurt a person, and you know the truth is hidden here, and then some anxiety. So about Four of Cups, 2, 3. Judgment. How about Judgment? 2, 3. Knight of Cups, I see here. And I feel like she has a conscious, like, that kicks in about what happened. How about the Moon? 2, 3. Ace of Wands. Some Ace of Wands here. Yeah, because that's the facade. It's like things on the surface seem exciting and passionate, but there's uncertainties. And honestly, I feel like the uncertainty has to deal with buried guilt and remorse, but more so guilt. Especially like, yeah, it get guilt and anxiety over what happened in the past, as well as like how they're carrying on now. Now, with that being said, here is D actually being cold towards Jay. Is he being cold towards her currently? Is he? 2, 3. Five of Swords. King of Wands. Is he? Five of Swords, King of Wands, and King of Cups. It's like there's times where he's passionate and times where he's emotional, and then time with the Five of Swords where he may sabotage or be a bit deceptive in his emotions. Again, is he cold towards her currently? Positive part for yes, negative part for no. The Chariot, so that's a yes. How about the Chariot? 2, 3 in this case. Six of Wands. Tell me more about the Chariot. 2, 3. Queen of Swords. But like, and then Five of Cups. It's more stuff like this. There's times where maybe she can be cold herself, and he's just trying to move forward and, you know, overcome the situation. But there's a whole thing of disappointment. Yeah, because it's like he has internal conflict himself about how things ended with you. So I think it's that. It's more so of like she's trying to put in the effort, trying to maintain the connection, but kind of goes back and forth. It's like I have all of this, but then things linger in the back of her mind in terms of how this really got started, who got hurt, you know, and then uncertainties and anxieties within the situation. Because there's times where he is loving and passionate, but then there's other times where either there's arguments or he acts like he's kind of slighted. He feels slighted when it comes to her, and then Dee's own sadness and the situation because of how things were left off when it came to you. Let's see here, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and Six of Swords. It's just more so like she's trying to maintain her confidence in this situation and her stability and move forward. Oh, whatnot. It's almost like, let's just keep this whole thing moving forward while still having the back of your head, like it still gnaws at the back of your head. Hey, this is how we actually got here. That type of thing. Are we really secure? Is this really going to be it for us? Or we're going to try our best to be happy. Yeah, let's the outcome of the situation with them. Let's see here. The guys and ancestors that love their meet. When it comes to J and D, what's the outcome of this situation when it comes to them? Like, what's the outcome of their connection? First off, please, 2, 3. What's the outcome? Knight of Wands, Two of Cups, Death, Ace of Wands, the Emperor, and the World. Some of the World here, 2, 3. 10 of Cups. So it's like it depends. Things can definitely, lose control. It's like for the time being, Two of Cups and Ace of Wands. It's like things are passionate as well as like there's still that one candle lit. But with the Death card, it's possible things can definitely, change. I think the goal here with the World, the 10 of Cups, is to move forward and have a connection, but still, are things going to end between these two? First off, please, 2, 3. Queen of Cups, Justice, the Sun. It's that type of thing, it feels like to be determined. Wheel of Fortune, 4 Swords, the Hangman. Oh, I see here. It's more so of, this is going to be one of those situations where things may increasingly get uncomfortable, or like these realizations. It's like almost like the walls closing in, or like a squeeze. It's like things become like way too close, like, too close to home, and eventually something breaks or cracks and whatnot. So again, will this situation end? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Positive card for yes, negative card for no. Will this relationship between J and D end? 2, 3. Two of Pentacles. Depends. Yeah, because you have here the Lovers, the High Priestess. I think it's definitely a possibility. And then you have here the Magician, the High Priestess. Some of the High Priestess, 2, 3. 4 of Pentacles. And then you have here the Lovers, 2, 3. And then the Star. Then the 10 of Swords. Here's what I do get. It's definitely a possibility here that things do end, but if they don't, it's like things become increasingly uncomfortable or insufferable between them or whatnot, until something cracks here, or that's just gonna that's how it's gonna be until something is decided, is what I get here. What kind of hold does she have on him? None. This is that type of thing. There is no spell work. It's just more so of like, we're choosing to not acknowledge our wrongdoings or our mindset. We're choosing not to do any of this. We're choosing to try and move forward and be happy because we think that's what we have to do. I don't think there's any hold on this person, but give me a second. What type of hold does they have on D? For example, please, 2, 3. The Hermit, the World, 10 of Cups, Justice, Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. And Queen of Pentacles, there's not necessarily much of a hold other than like trying to keep things, like trying to push things towards like more commitment and try to keep him on track in terms of what she wants, because she wants to be stable, she wants to be the wife. Ace of Swords, 9 of Wands here. Some Ace of Swords here. 2, 3. Death. I see here. I think there's no hold. This is more so like I'm just trying to prevent things from not ending. That's that. I don't think there's necessarily a hold per se. That makes sense. My other reader says she wants things her way, but he's crazy something else probably. Hey JD, are you still taking the night? Yeah, sorry, I was writing something down. Whew. Just getting home from work. It's late, isn't it? But then again, I don't know which part of the states that you live in, so yeah. Whew. Oh my god, my eyes. My eyes! I can't see without my eyes. But why the fuck would I say that? JD, can I donate? Yes. Also, let's see here. I see that. Also, Bree, do you have any questions? is David's current energy towards me? I wonder, does he actually see a girl's obsessiveness? Let's see here. Also, JD, you'll be after Bree. Give me 1 second. Oh, there we go. Messages that were. Also, what was your first one again? I'm sorry. Messages were on Instagram about clarity that I had after that reading. But what was your first one again? Do you mind putting that one down? Sorry. 2, 3. Wait, here. 2. Ooh. Current energy towards me. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. To my guys' ancestors will help me. So let's see David's current energy towards Bree. What is his current energy towards her? Croissant, please. 2, 3. His current energy towards you. So the Fool, King of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and 4 of Swords. Here's what I get. 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 4 of Swords, so his current energy towards you. This is more so what he thinks of you or what he thinks you're doing. He feels like right now you're definitely focusing on yourself and your own stability, your independence, and feels like you're working hard at either when it comes to school or work. But it feels like in some way, shape, or form that you're still, how do I say this? Still reflecting over the situation. He also kind of reflects on things in terms of how good of a person he was towards you. Wonders could I have been more stable, more responsible? Because he knows that what he did was pretty immature. I wouldn't even say immature, just pretty stupid. The Empress, 4 of Wands. He feels like with the Empress, 4 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles, that you definitely do deserve to have, the happy home, the family, everything. He feels like you're going to get that. The Lovers and 3 of Swords. And I feel like on a certain, to a certain extent, he wants to be that person, but he knows that's not going to be, he's not going to be that for you. Let's hear it. You have the Star, the Knight of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. He also, in some way, shape, or form, really wants to rush towards you, but feels like that's stupid and feels like maybe you're talking to others. About a Star, 2, 3. Oh, I see here. No, I misinterpreted that. It's more so he feels like you're really focusing on yourself, on your healing. He feels like you're looking good, that you're confident, that you're going after what you want and are meeting new people. Does he know how obsessive his person is towards Bree? Does he? Pause for yes. Name for no. Does he know? 3 of Cups. That's a yes. He may have heard it through other people, or maybe how she gossips to other people and whatnot. How is he aware of this exactly? 2, 3. Judgment, 9 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Oh, it's more so of her past actions. Now, I think you told me how she admitted that she was jealous or felt a way about you because I'm sorry, you were with him. And so it's just more so of like he's reflecting back on certain decisions that this girl made simply due to being pressed by the fact that you were present in his life. Yeah, two of wands, Knight of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles. And he kind of wonders like how much has she like grown from that. Two of Pentacles, 2 of 3. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Something about Two of Pentacles, 2 of 3 here. The Emperor. I see here. And it's more so of he knows that right now you're focused on your happiness and he's focused on maybe trying to be a good partner or at least like trying to have some sort of control in his life. And notice how at times she's like very back and forth. So I feel like he has an idea that either she's obsessive or was obsessive. So there's on that. He really doesn't know that she monitored me in our relationship for years and stalked him. She's weird. If he knows how obsessive she is, why can't he be that 10 of cups for me, but rather give it to her? Because at this point, why not? In the sense of like, he made his bed and now he's got to lay in it. I'll ask, will he ever find out that, let me ask, will D ever find out how Jay was Facebook friends with Bree for years and monitored their relationship and stalked him? Will he ever find this out? Persepolis, positive card for yes, negative card for no. Will he? 2, 3. 2 of Swords, that's a no. So that may remain hidden, depending. Is it possible he could find this out years later? I mean, or sometime in the future? Positive card for yes, negative card for no. The King of Cups, yeah, this talks about like becoming emotionally aware about something, but he holds his composure about it. So either it doesn't surprise him or he tries to be diplomatic about it. But that's what I see there. What's your second one? Also, let me. What do my guys and my grandma have to say about the situation with J and D, especially since she's so smug? Let's see. What do they have to say about it? Let's see. Out of the box. Out of the box. They don't make shows the way they used to. They really fucking don't. But let's see. Okay, let me. My guys and ancestors that love and protect me. So what do Bree's goddess, that love and protector, and her grandmother have to say about the situation with J and D, especially since J is very small? What do they have to say about this? What is their opinion or advice on this? 2, 3. Let's see, what is it? 3 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords reverse, Ace of Cups reverse here. With the Ace of Cups reverse, it feels like this situation was meant to show you something. Six of Swords reverse and Five of Wands. Talking about Six of Swords reverse, 2, 3. Five of Cups. Talking about Five of Wands here, 2, 3. Four of Wands. Talking about Ace of Cups reverse, 2, 3. Four of Pentacles. Talking about Queen of Swords reverse, 2, 3. Judgment. Oh, I see here, and then Justice. It's more so of like this, what they have to say about, like, there's a couple things they gotta say about it. For one, it's more so of this. They feel like with the Four of Wands, you will definitely have your own family and own relationships and not to worry about it, because I feel like when it comes to these two, perhaps there's like a lot of conflict and back and forth and overall chaotic energy when it comes to them. As well as like one thing that you're not seeing is how, like, you know, D's remorse and sadness in this situation. They're also saying with the Six of Swords reverse and the Five of Cups, they're like, instead of like, you know, trying to leave this behind, it's like you sit there and you're upset about it. And I don't think they're judging you. I mean, you're human. It's just the type of thing of what happened was just wrong in many ways. It was, like you said, like, it is very traumatizing. This isn't that type of stuff that you forget about overnight. Like, you were very much wrong, and then to see these people still like move forward as if nothing happened or whatnot, like, that is a major insult. But it's more so like down here, it's like, you know, you could be moving forward from this, as well as, you know, you do have your own stability when it comes to relationships coming. These people, they're chaotic. He's remorseful. But this is all also meant to show you something. They're like a lesson in why you should protect yourself and maintain privacy, as well as with the Judgment card and the Queen of Swords, like how to make good decisions based off of what you see from people. It's like this. So Jay is somebody here with the Queen of Swords reverse that's honestly a bitch. As well as Queen of Swords reverse can talk about somebody that's like a crazy woman, that believes, I won't say believes her own lies, but that's somebody that's just very unapologetic when it comes to doing really shit things. And it's just more so here with the Judgment card here, like, for you to take a look at how some of these people operate here and make your decisions. It's just like, you know, when you see that somebody isn't like going to change, or that they're a certain way, you know, you make a decision as in like, this person's not a snack, as in like, or like it's not worth it, that type of thing here. Let's see, Justice, Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. I think you have pretty good things coming in life. They want you to balance yourself out. Somehow Eight of Cups, 2, 3. Six of Wands, as well as Jay is, I'm not Jay, D is somebody that's just confused in general. Talking about Wheel of Fortune, 2, 3. The Magician reverse. I see here. Talking about the Magician reverse, 2, 3. And then you have here the Sun reverse. That tells me, for one, it's just like you're able to create what you want. It's like you have the tools to do it. Just go ahead and do it. And like I said, D is somebody that's confused in life. Like, you have your Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups talks about detachment and walking away. But you have here, like, this is the moon. And the moon usually talks about confusion and illusions here. And then you have your Eight of Cups. It's like you have all these ideas, some of which did not work. It's like you have all these ideas and they still didn't work. But he still parades around like he's successful and whatnot. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe this is somebody that you weren't supposed to end up with anyway. And I don't say that to be mean. It's just that, like, he's a confused person. It's like somebody like you that's very emotionally mature. You need to be with somebody that's not confused on stuff, somebody that can take the initiative, somebody that knows how to solve issues, somebody that knows how to listen to the beat of their own drum. I'm just saying, I would not be surprised if maybe he's not somebody that you were supposed to be with, or after a certain point, no. Especially if he can string himself out. What else do her guides and her grandmother have to say about this? 2, 3. Stop doing that. What else, Persepolis? 2, 3. Seven of Swords. King of Swords reversed. He was always lying. Page of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles reversed. It's more so like, this is somebody that was always lying to you about something. I won't say from the very beginning, but at one point he was definitely lying. But with and eventually, like with the Page of Wands, I think at some point, this just feels like at some point you begin to kind of look back and see that, especially that this person was a deceptive person here, or somebody that even wanted to run away. Not from you per se, but maybe in general. And they want you to definitely, again, like focus on yourself instead of thinking about somebody that can't even put in the correct effort in their life. Absolutely. I feel like he's not mentally strong, especially the fact that he may be too scared to walk away from her because of how it will look. Yeah, because eventually then, I mean, she could put out there like, this is what actually happened. But then that's when he's going to have to either like shut up or just be like, yeah, she's right. And now she's upset that I walked away, even though she also had equal participation in all of this. Let's see here. They also want you to look at the different opportunities that's before you. Anything else that her guides and her grandma have to say about all this? 2 or 3. The World, 6 of Pentacles, and 3 of Pentacles. They want you to move forward and give your energy to something that matters, and not this person that's miserable. Yeah, the Hermit and the 4 of Cups. Because, yeah, he's upset and disappointed in the situation. The Hermit, 2, 3. 2 of Wands. Yeah, he's perhaps even upset at himself for not taking another direction. Anything else, 2, 3, that she needs to know? They just want her to know. 5 of Cups, Death. Page of Swords. It's almost like, I'm not saying that, like they're saying, like, girl, get over it. But it's like, a part of you still sad, it's like still sad and sulks, but they're just like, girl, come on, let's go. Like, cut this out. Yeah, the Tower. Yeah, because this is a ticking time bomb within itself, is already unstable. Yeah, King of Cups, 3 of Cups, Knight of Swords. Why is Knight of Swords here? 2, 3. The Empress. From the Empress here, 2, 3. It's like you got better shit to do, and then to ground yourself. How will they handle Jay though? How will our guides handle Jay if they do? Or how will the universe handle Jay? First off, please, 2 or 3. How will they handle Jay? First off, please, 2 or 3. 8 of Wands. King of Wands. 8 of Swords. 6 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. King of Swords. And then you have the Devil. It's like this. The connection could definitely go further along to a point where I wouldn't say D becomes a tyrant, but it's like he could definitely become like more practical and logical about things and less emotional. And it's like she tags along with him, but things begin to kind of like deteriorate, especially in terms of what she wanted. So it's like this. She did what she did because she was coming from a place of lack. And from a place of lack, she shall return. I need to get more incense. So that's what I see there. What's your last one? Give me 1 second real quick. Alright, I know you said she'll. Okay, she'll see where you went in the end, but I was curious about her current energy towards me. Alright, let's see. You guys ancestors are left at me. So what's Jay's current energy towards Bree? Like, how does she view Bree now? How does she view Bree now? So I'll place 2, 3. How does she view Bree now? How does she view you now? 7 of Cups, Karma, 9 of Swords, 8 of Cups, and 10 of Cups. I'll have the Karma card, 2, 3. 10 of Wands. Honestly, she's kind of like confused about you in terms of what happened because you have your Karma, so that talks about the consequences of your actions, and then 10 of Wands. So she was thinking because of what happened, you know, that maybe you'd be left in a state of anxiety and feel overwhelmed and walk away. But now she's like kind of like definitely in her head because you're not really giving her much to go off of. Again, how else does she view her? How does she view her now? So please 2, 3. Justice, Strength, and Page of Cups. She sees you or views you as somebody that's regained their footing. So definitely not the person that she last remembered. Yeah, Queen of Cups and the Hangman. Feels like, you know, in a sense you're watching your like minding your business, but also kind of like watching her. Some of the Hangman, 2, 3. 10 of Swords, yeah, because you feel hurt or you want to hurt this person, which I'm not going to sit here and, you know, say that you're wrong for wanting. How else does Jay view her? For top please, 2, 3. Queen of Wands, 9 of Wands. She sees you as somebody that's like attractive and confident, but still like, you know, upset towards her. Talking about the 10 of Pentacles, 2, 3. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands here, 2, 3. 7 of Swords. Yeah, still like upset because of, again, like this is just a situation that had happened or whatnot. So honestly, like kind of in, like she's in her head about you, and honestly, this just points towards confusion. Maybe she thought that you'd still like be stuck in the same place, but in reality, she sees like you've grown, you've straightened yourself out in the sense of like emotionally, you know, you're doing well, but in a sense you're still kind of watching her a little bit, or just you still hold on to a particular perspective of her because of what happened. It's like you're doing well, you feel better about yourself, but you still have something against her. That's how she views you, and she's not wrong. But she knows that, well, not knows, but like she wasn't right for what she did either. gonna make her feel uncomfortable as I watch her this too. Can you pull up her to see how she feels when she realizes I won? Or well, let's see here. Does it make Jay uncomfortable? Let's see here. Does re-watching Jay make Jay uncomfortable? Positive mark yes, negative mark for no. The devil is a no here, believe it or not. And then let's see here. One card. Tell me how will Jay feel when she realizes that Bree 1, 2, 3, and she really didn't. How will she feel? So the moon, like she didn't see it coming almost. That's like feeling anxious and kind of confused about things, especially here with the Chariot. Why not? Because like of course she expected things to move forward, just not in the way that eventually they will. So that's what I get. Let's see, JD, go ahead and put down your question. Also, give me a second here. Also, JD, you'll be my last person. Okay, cool, because she shouldn't. Well, because she watches. Yeah, especially after what she did, because that's how I feel about things too. Like sometimes I would like definitely spy on certain people that I knew hid shit from me, and I'm just like, you know what? I have my rights. Let me be all up in your Kool-Aid. Thanks, girl. You're welcome. For career for the rest of this month, gotcha, thanks. That you're welcome. Thank you for understanding, not calling me crazy after, right? I know I'm gonna tell me the truth every time. Yeah, but no, I wouldn't call you crazy. Like, no, like a lot of people have gone through the exact same shit, either or something similar or worse or whatnot. I think it's something that happens. It's just more common. Uncomfortably. Unfortunately, no, I'm not gonna call you crazy. The fuck. Maybe something like you need to let it go. Like let go of something that kind of rewired my nervous system. No. All right. Sorry to answer something. Oof. I got static. Right, you're welcome. I had static in in my ear. If it comes with that pain, that's usually like a message or something like that. Me, that happens to me like a couple times a week, and I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, I don't even feel the need to fucking see who it is at this point. Excuse me. Anyway, so JD, two guys' ancestors are looking at me. So JD for, alright, so for JD, please give me a general reading for her career for the rest of this month. What does she need to know and need to hear when it comes to her career for the rest of this month? 2 or 3. Let's see. So the moon. So the moon can talk about uncertainties, things that are hidden. So of course, like things you don't see. So this feels more so of like things you don't see, things that are kind of hidden here. So let me do more. 3 of Swords. I see here. 4 of Pentacles. So I would say there's a need for you to kind of protect yourself definitely and be more cautious about your environment. Because 3 of Swords talks about like something hurtful, and then you have here the moon. So the moon is more so in this case a warning. Yeah, 5 of Wands. This could be something surrounding conflict, something that could potentially affect your personal stability. Yeah, 2 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Death. Tell me about Death. 2, 3. Queen of Swords. Tell me about the 2 of Wands. 2, 3. 8 of Wands. So 2 of Wands would talk about the need to take a new direction, and then 8 of Wands talks about forward movement or communication. Then we have your Ace of Pentacles. So if this is warning you about a particular sort of conflict or deception here, it's more so of be careful of the way that certain certain conversations get steered, especially maybe when it comes to money or a particular, oh, I see here, or a particular opportunity. Especially when it comes to certain opportunities, do understand that maybe in certain workplaces, people are a bit competitive. And then you have here Death and Queen of Swords. So I don't know if there's a woman there that's like a part of management. This can talk about her ending things. So that's either like getting terminated here or something changing. But Queen of Swords asks you to be, yeah, and then you have here, there's this snake. But it's not going to bite her. It's more so of the need to kind of like keep your eyes peeled so that way things don't end or don't change in a way that you don't want them to. What's this all talking about exactly? Because I plays 2, 3. Ace of Swords, so some sort of truth. Yeah, she told me I work too much. Ah. What's this about? Some sort of truth or communication. 4 of Cups. Knight of Cups. Some sort of communication about like either trying to alleviate a situation or somebody's regret or disappointment. About 4 Cups, 2, 3. 9 of Swords. Tell me Knight of Cups here, 2, 3. King of Swords. This can talk about something coming to light, like some sort of disappointment and anxiety caused by a man, if almost like he's taking things for himself. What is it that she needs to be warned about? So please 2, 3. So I said aloud, what do I do on my days off if it's none of their business? Ah. You need to know strength. That can talk about a very confident person or somebody in power. 3 of Pentacles is work. Judgment. Oh, I see here. Be careful of certain things that you say because that would influence others' decision making. Tell me about the Judgment card. 2, 3. Yeah, it could either like cause an ending or some sort of betrayal. 9 of Cups because there's somebody's selfishness. So what they need you to know is be careful of certain things that you say or share with others or certain things that you overhear. It's like you say them around certain people and either it could egg them on or piss them off, and could definitely influence how you work around there in some way, shape, or form. Like, I can't ask people for money when my bills are due, so how can they be upfront? Oh, I see here. So I say, well, I work other places on my day off. Like, I can't, honestly, I was very annoyed because I would never tell anyone that. I applied to another job at Safeway and haven't heard anything. Will I hear from them? Gotcha. Also, Dragonette, when are you free to video chat again? I forgot some tea. I I think I can try tomorrow night. I think that's if I don't have anything else planned. I'll let you know. Sorry, I had to type something down. Let's see here. Alright. My guys' ancestors that looked at me. So, since JD applied to a job at the Safeway, will she hear from them? Will she hear from them? Because obviously 2, 3. Will she hear from these people? Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a messenger. This feels like them looking at the application. Ace of Swords. 4 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Strength. Talking about 9 of Swords, 2, 3. Wait, yeah. Give me a second. I feel like this was not shuffled properly. Give me a second, but I did see them looking at the application, but still. Again, will she hear from these people? Will she hear from these people? Because I have these 2, 3. Alright. Page of Pentacles. Okay, that's them looking at things again. Justice. 7 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles. Depending on which location you apply to, you may or may not. It's like they see the application here, and they're trying to go about things fairly because it's like this. If that location that you apply to or whatever position you apply to, if it seems like if it seems like they've got it, you may not hear from them simply because they're like, okay, well, there's already somebody there and they're not really disappointing us. Here, Death, 3 of Swords, the Moon. You may not. You may have to try again at another location, honestly. But again, will she hear from them? Let me ask one more time just to make sure that I'm right. Pause correct, yes. Name correct, no. Will she hear from them? 2, 3. 9 of Swords. You could hear something unexpectedly. Is it a rejection or then wanting to go further? Pause correct, yes. Negative part from no. Wait. Is it a rejection? Pause correct, yes. Negative part for no here. Alright, is it, or do they want to go further in the process? Pause correct, yes. Negative part for no. You may get rejected. So you may not hear anything, or, I'm sorry, if you do, it'll be quick. But again, it depends on like what location or the position, and it just feels like there's already like somebody there, or they're like, well, these people are fine here. Feels like that, like no BS. But that's what I get, so I would say keep applying. Mind you, it could definitely change because there's other people involved. So that's why I say like just keep applying. What's the last one? quit their job, so there's no responses. Okay, I won't want to know about finances August until September. These people are troublemakers, and honestly, I just want more perspective around the situation. I see. Okay, well, I'll see that then, because the general will probably go into that, but I'll just go into it directly. So my guys, the ancestors always tell me, so when it comes to her job or whatnot, like, well, these people, I just want more perspective. Well, wait, well, let me go into the finances part. Sorry. Spirit. So tell me about JD's finances from August into September. Tell me about, like, how they're going to be. Is there anything he needs to know about them? Is it going to get better? Like, tell me. So please do, okay? Let's see. Three of Swords, the Star, 10 of Wands, Queen of Swords, and Knight of Wands here. Why are every place so deceptive? Because people are fucking assholes or whatnot. Granted, like, not every environment is, but it's just the type of thing of, I try to mind my own business. No, I totally get it. Like, you remember for a couple of months, I was working at a law firm. And with the position that I had, my supervisor, my boss, they told me that, like, if you have any issues with some of these teams, you let us know because they will try you, right? And just for literally doing my fucking job, you had people up there that were fucking gossiping, that were, like, creating lies, and then you had this one bitch that was just, like, trying to be a bully for no goddamn reason. Like, all I did was simply fucking exist and do my damn job and be nice to people, and they wanted to be rude. So it has nothing to do with you. You have just people like, you have people that are just bothered. I have no idea. But anyway, here's what I get. There's something unexpected that could come that might kind of like hurt the balance of things or whatnot. So I will say this much: to cushion the blow, do save a little bit of money. As well as, it's like this, if there's any like subscriptions or anything like that that are going on in the background that you thought you cut out or whatnot, handle that. Let's see here. Tell me about Knight of Wands, 2, 3. Knight of Pentacles, something that's been kind of building up. What is it? 2, 3. Nine of Cups, 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups. There's something that you thought you could like leave behind here, like, oh, like right now I'm not gonna pay this, or like, I don't know, like recurring debt or something like that. The one thing that comes to mind is let's say like you go to a gym but you just stop paying on it, so they cancel the membership and then they keep calling you about it, like that. See a Knight of Swords, 2 of Swords, something that you kind of just like blocked out and said no to because you had to go deal with other things. So I don't know what that has to deal with, or it's like in that realm. Or you're just like, no, I can't deal with this right now here. So be careful of that. Will her finances get better? Stop, please. 2, 3. Temperance, I do see them balancing out. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely will. I do see them balancing out. Just be careful of choices that you make. Yeah, especially with the karma card, like, choices that you make have, you know, consequences. Anything else you need to know? 2, 3. The Lovers, that's a choice. 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Wands. Yeah, 5 of Wands. And then Queen of Cups. I think when it comes to the people that are around you, even people that are petty, like, hold on to certain things. It's like with your job. Yeah, people there are kind of like troublemakers, but keep to yourself and save up the money that you can. Also, how could she better navigate her work situation? 2, 3. 7 of Pentacles. 10 of Swords. Queen of Wands. It's more so like, don't give it any of your time or energy. Be confident within yourself here, because you already know what these people are about. You have the Tower, the Fool, 7 of Cups. Exactly. Keep people oblivious, keep people guessing, and kind of like free yourself whenever you can. Because honestly, some people are just very chaotic, or they're looking for a reason to explode. That's what I get there. try to mind my own business. No, I get it. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm about to get off. But that's what I get. So yeah, but thank you everybody that came on tonight. Everyone have a good night.